Hey everybody, welcome to Jessica Fury's podcast. My name is Adam Ouf. Please, after the podcast, make sure you like and subscribe.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Adam Ouf. I love that. I love it. He is a top producing agent with Christie's, and some of you may recognize him. He was a former cast member with Sunset Tan, right?
It's so funny, yes.
It is so funny. And then you are the owner and founder of Golden Hour Homes.
Golden Hour Homes, yes.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Where did you think of the name?
It's the best time of the day. Everything looks the best at Golden Hour, so.
I know. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's so good to have you here. I'm like so excited because it's like, I love having agents that they're not just always doing like, you know, mortgage, then like real estate, or escrow, then real estate. But so you were telling me you were on this show called Sunset Tan.
When I was in my 20s, yes.
I love it.
It was such a fun experience, something that was totally unexpected and kind of like catapulted us into like this reality world that we had no idea about. This was way before social media, thank God, by the way, because we were rowdy 20-year-olds. But it was a great experience and had a great time.
But what was the show about? Because I wasn't in LA yet.
Yeah, so I would compare it to like Vanderpump Rules, but like replace the restaurant with a tanning salon. So all the same type of relationships, all the same type of drama, all the same type of friendship, you know, ups and downs and battles and whatnot, but also insert tons of celebs because at the time, our manager was Larry Rudolph, who was Britney Spears' manager. Mm-hmm. So she was on our premiere episode. Mm-hmm. And I think
Britney was on
our premiere episode. And I mean, we were the tanning salon back in the day. So
for reference, like where was this salon?
So we had several of them, but the flagship salon was in Sunset Plaza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was Sunset Plaza, which is like West Hollywood, which is like very touristy.
It's just like the hippest, coolest place to be back then. And still is, actually. It was a fun time. We had a good time all working together and traveling and filming, and it was a fun experience to have.
But I feel like, was tanning even a part of it?
Yeah, it was a huge part of it. I mean, back in the early 2000s, it was all about tanning and all about, you know, accentuating your style. And I mean, if you look at any of the iconic celebs that were going out in the early 2000s, they were just like clubs every single night, super tan. And we were a big part of that, honestly.
I remember that time, like that almost like iconic photo of like Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and like Lindsay Lohan.
And Lindsay Lohan, yeah, exactly. Which, by the way,
car.
All three came to our salon.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, so these celebrities come into the salon.
Yeah.
And were they in the show, or they were just coming into the...
They weren't. Some of them were on the show. Britney was on the show. Kim Kardashian was on our show. And a bunch of other people too. But those were our clientele. They would just come in all the time.
I love it. I mean, I used to work at a tanning salon when I lived in New Jersey, and I used to tan when I was young. Yeah. But I only like spray tan now. But so you had these celebrities come in. Yeah. Were you like, oh, it's just whatever? Or you're like, oh my God, like I'm standing in front of Kim Kardashian.
Honestly, like I was never fazed by like celebs. It was never something that really got me excited. Let's like back up a little bit. Before I worked at Sunset Tan, my first job in LA I was interning at MTV. So I worked in their West Coast communications department. So I learned all about PR, communications, marketing for these huge TV shows on MTV. And the VP of West Coast Communications was always putting me in front of these big celebs for red carpet events and asking me to represent the network. So helping the whole team do all that. So I think that kind of, right when I came to LA, having that as a job really... the aura of celebrities never really like excited me. It was more of just like, oh yeah, that's a cool person, or like, oh, I really like their stuff, but I never was like a like Gaga fan, like a huge like Goo Goo Gaga over a celebrity, you know?
I'm trying to think, like if there was a celebrity that if they like passed me, I'd be like, oh my God, that's
You know who I just saw the other day? This is really random, but I was at Penmar, which is like that really fun sunset sessions they do on Fridays in Venice. And Brad Pitt was randomly there.
Oh, wow.
Next to us.
I mean, he's like huge.
that was kind of random, but really funny.
But you noticed him.
Yeah. He was like at our table right next to us.
Was he incognito?
He had like a hat on, but he was with his girlfriend, I think.
Oh, okay. I remember I was working a party. You know how you do like these crazy jobs in LA?
Yeah.
So I was working with like, it was a catering company, but it wasn't like a catering company. I guess it was more of like Pretty Girls catering company. And it was at Seth MacFarlane's, who's the guy who did Family Guy.
Yeah.
It was at his house, and like there was celebrities all over, and Leonardo DiCaprio was there. And I was like, oh my God, that's like, you like can't help but want to like, because I was one of the people who were with the catering company, I was allowed to go over to his table and say like, hey, like, do you guys need water? Do you guys need more drinks? But he's like there.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is like one of the biggest A-list celebrities like ever. But you are like, I don't know. I remember that time being like, whoa, like
he's all about town. So like back, like also like in the early 2000s, that was like the best time to go out. The clubs were the best. The nightlife was actually fun. I mean, there's nothing that compares to the early 2000s and going out and having a good time. Kids nowadays, I hate to say it honestly, they do not know what they were missing back then. It was so different. And I'm so thankful that I got to grow up in that era of Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to kind of like pivot back to like what I took from Sunset Tan, while that was just a small 2 to 3 years of my life for filming the show, I took away like so many great lessons and relationships with how to deal with those type of people and clientele. And took that into my business and moving forward to what I do obviously now.
What are like lessons that you can take from working at a tanning salon and apply it into real estate now?
So, well, we can start with the easiest one, which is sales. You know what I mean? Obviously, it sounds silly, but like we were selling packages of like, 100 sessions. Like who's buying a packet of 100 sessions? Well, we were able to sell that. You know what I mean? And in a way, because we had a product that people loved, and we brought the energy to the salon, getting people excited to come. And I think that it was selling, again, a lifestyle. Being tan is a lifestyle, right? And that also pivots into what real estate's like too. It's a life, your type of a lifestyle. So that, and I also think that dealing with so many different types of people, you have college kids coming in, and then you have like the Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashians, and Lindsay Lohan's coming in, and knowing how to like pivot into like those different interactions, I think really set us up for success, and honestly is what gave us the TV show.
And what happened? The show just canceled? They didn't want to do it anymore?
Our last season was filming it aired during the Olympics, and I think the ratings went down a bit. However, E wasn't going to cancel our show. They shelved us and said they were going to rewrite some ideas, the producers, and it just kind of snowballed into owners wanting to go to a different network, Fox Reality, which then in turn, that entire network got canceled. So
I think like working with customers is something so different than just like buying a book, reading all the stuff, and like following like, do this, do this, do this. I think it's like an experience that you have to have like in real time to understand like working with customers. And like, what are some like very specific things that you've been able to really develop when it comes to working with customers, consumers, like on a day-to-day basis? What are some of those things?
I think that really identifying who you're speaking to and understanding what that person, how they communicate and how you can best serve them is one of the most important things, because you're going to interact with so many different people in real estate. CEOs, you're going to interact with artists, you're going to interact with, younger kids who've come up on a lot of money. You're going to interact with older people that are retiring or selling their home, or, whose parents maybe passed away. And there are so many different things that you're interacting with, and you just have to know how to speak to those different types of people. And so that's one really big thing. And I think really understanding and listening to people and hearing them out is really important too.
I try to practice this thing. It's like I stay so present with the person that's talking that I have to wait till they finish till I ask a question, instead of thinking in my mind, oh my God, I want to ask them about blah, blah, blah. because I have to wait till they finish their thought, because I may have something that they say that I want to add more to. Does that make sense?
100%.
So like, I love like when you can engage with people like that. And like, I think it creates such a greater connection with people, and people feel so much more understood.
I agree completely. And I feel like it's also a level of respect for people too. You know, when you're actually listening to somebody, hearing them out, a lot of times they'll answer your questions for you too, if you just let them talk and you don't like interrupt them or speak over them. And it's also a form of trust, right? So like when we have opportunities with these amazing clients and properties that we go out on listing appointments for, and we walk into this appointment, the most important thing to do is to ask a question and then just to let those clients talk to you, because you need to understand what is it that they need? What is it that they're looking to do? I usually, honestly, when I go to listing appointments, I ask people about themselves.
Like what? What do you
Who
ask?
are they? Like, what is their life like? You know what I mean? Of course, we get into like the specifics down the line or later on, but it's just important to get to know somebody. And that kind of ties into like my golden rule, which is like relationships and building that relationship. And so that's why I think that's kind of the best approach for me.
Wait, I love this, and I want you to speak more on it, because as like people that are newer in the business, like, I mean, I've been in the business for about 3.5 years, but in comparison to like Aaron, it's like,
yeah, he's such a superstar.
Yeah, but it's like, I love that, where it's like, instead of just going in for a listing appointment and be like, okay, the house is this, we're going to sell it for, it's like, no, you actually are sort of like creating this warm connection and conversation. Is there like a specific time that you did do something that you were like, oh, wow, I would much rather like be more, come from a place of like connecting with them as a person, as opposed to just getting this listing in mind?
When I first started, obviously, I think just like being nervous, you go into these appointments and you feel like you have to talk about like all the like numbers and comps and recent sales in the area. And that is like the worst approach right off the bat, in my opinion. Some people may like that, and that's great. But in my opinion, I think that's the wrong approach. How I've gotten my business is, again, like getting to know the person, understanding why are they selling their home? Like, what is it that they want to do? Where do they want to go? And really just talking to them as like a person. Oh my God, I see that you have kids. Like, what do they do? How old are they? And then that opens up the conversation. Oh yeah, my daughter's pregnant, and her and her husband, they live in Chicago, and we want to be closer now to our future grandkids. You know what I mean? So these type of conversations open up, they hit sort of like an emotional hotspot for people when you really care. But if you go into something kind of surface level, I feel like you're just a number to them. And I truly believe that people are going to want to work with who they like. Of course, you got to be good at what you do. You got to have a good background. But I've seen agents who have been newer agents who have gone up against big agents that are super seasoned and have won a listing because that particular client just liked them more. They liked their energy more. They liked who they were. Of course, those agents worked for a great brokerage. They had some good backing. They had some experience, but they were new, and they beat out, some big names just because they were able to connect with that person better. And so that's kind of been the most important thing that I kind of go into every appointment, and also just with life in general. I think that building relationships, like relationships, it's like real estate, location. Yeah. Relationships. Yeah. It's so important.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of confidence, like confidence in yourself, that you can go in there and just be yourself and just let it like sort of like flow as it's supposed to be, as opposed to being like, am I saying the right thing? Am I looking the right way? Am I showing up in the right way? Am I saying the right things? Like, it sounds as if like your success has been so built by just having this like natural ability just to be confident. Like, have you always been that way? Do you know that about yourself? Like, have you heard that before? Or you're just like, I guess it's just like one of those skills that I have that's just natural.
That's so sweet of you to say that. Thank you so much. I don't think of myself as super confident, but I know that I enjoy getting to know people and learning about people's lives. And I think that part of it, I was raised by amazing parents who taught me to be who I am and go out there and just be a good person and have confidence. And I've seen my dad, who's been a CEO his whole life in his arena of work, which is the restaurant business. I've looked up to him tremendously. And so I think a lot of my confidence started coming from him, but then also building my own along the way. And you know what? Like, you're right. Like, you know, like I go into these appointments and I'm meeting people with that kind of personality of this is who I am. And if people don't like it, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take offense to someone saying, listen, like, you're great, but like, we just don't really we don't vibe with you. And that's cool. And I think that I'm just not the right fit for that person, for that client. Actually, I have a funny story. I got referred to this client in Beverly Hills, this older gentleman, and I went to the listing appointment and I showed up similar to this. Like, I had like a nice outfit on, and we had great conversations. I got to know him, learned about his daughter, and she lived up in, I think, Canada or something like that. And he wanted to go be closer to her and sell his house. His wife had passed away. And after the listing appointment, I sent him like a beautiful package saying, thank you so much for having me and look forward to chatting this week. I got a call from the agent who actually referred me to this particular client. And she called me and said, hey, Adam, you know, this particular seller said he really liked you, but you didn't show up in a suit. So he thought that was disrespectful. And so he doesn't want to work with you. And like, to me, I just laughed because I was like, that's so funny, but that's okay because that's just not who I am. I'm not one of those guys who's going to show up in like a full-on suit all the time. Like, yeah, on special occasions and whatnot, I will do that. Yeah. And I love dressing up, but that's just not my personality. And so again, like, that's okay though, you know? That's just not my particular client.
Yeah.
And some people will take offense to that and they'd be like, well, how dare that person? Or like, they'll try to like beg to get that client back. And I just know that it's just not the right fit, right? I have so many other opportunities. Why am I going to fight for something that's just it's not the right fit? And I think that's one of the biggest things that Aaron ever taught me, who obviously is a killer superstar and who leads our incredible team.
Aaron, come on the podcast.
Yeah, Aaron, you got to come on the podcast. Is that, you know, he says, don't waste your time with clients and people who aren't going to take your advice and also who aren't going to be the right fit for you. So many things, you know? So, and also don't get upset if you don't get certain opportunities. You just have to keep on going and keep on moving forward. Don't allow yourself to get down too much on those losses, you know?
Yeah.
Because this business is full of losses.
Yeah.
Full.
I think I've heard like 5-minute funeral.
Yeah, 5-minute funeral. Yeah, exactly.
Like something like that.
That's fine if you need that.
But, you know, I just had Shelton on.
Yeah, she's so cool too.
She's amazing. And we were talking about it because I started to do it and I've been doing it for years and she did it as well, which is like she studies other agents.
Yeah.
And like I've always just studied other entrepreneurs or like women in business. And I actually studied Aaron and like things that he did. So I would go back in archives of podcast episodes, not that's been put out within the last year, but like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, like so many years ago. And he spoke about that same thing. I think when he first came in the business, he wore a suit and he was just like, this is just not me. And I'm not showing up fully as like myself. And I was telling someone last night that like, I'm like, he wears like a t-shirt and like,
well, yeah,
it's just
I mean,
like, he's chill.
He can do whatever he wants now.
He can, but still, I'm sure that like there's a representation of like what makes him comfortable as he's being his authentic self and not wanting to be in suits.
Yeah. And being your authentic self is not just what you wear, but who you are as a person, right? Your personality and how you connect with those people. So I'd like to say that the majority of people I connect with, I end up getting those listings if it comes to work, and some of them I don't. And again, like, you just brush it off and you just move on to the next 5-minute funeral.
Yes,
like
yes,
you said.
Yes. So you are a big traveler.
Yes.
And on the subject of being able to just connect with so many people, we were talking a couple weeks ago and you were like, yeah, I get tons of business from traveling. And most people, when they're like traveling, they're just like, yeah, they'll hear that like their listing will get like an offer back in town. But it doesn't seem as if you're traveling with the intention of meeting people, but you like go to Greece, you're going here, you're going there, you're going to Palm Springs, you're going to all these places and you meet people and they end up being clients.
Traveling is why I work so hard. I make money so that I can travel.
It's like your why.
It's like my why. It's one of my big whys.
I love it.
Not just my lifestyle, but like to actually travel is like a love of my life. To see new countries and places and towns, I love it. My family is international. My dad's from Egypt. I have family all around the world, Australia, London, and my mom's from the East Coast, from Florida. So I just love to travel so much. And when I do travel, I just, again, love to connect with people in different cultures and communities all around the world. And yes, I actually have met several clients from just organically traveling and having a good time.
Is it like you go out, you're like, I see people that are in Mykonos and they're like partying and they're just like,
I think it's like it's a wonderful
around.
balance of both, right? So you're out enjoying yourself, but then you again, you're intentionally getting to know people that you actually care about when you're traveling. And then they go, oh, by the way, my aunt or my sister or my cousin lives in Los Angeles and is going to be wanting to buy a house soon or is going to be wanting to sell. And so there are so many avenues. Or I know of somebody who was asking about an investment property and would love to, start looking. I should have you work with them, or I should introduce you. And that's really how it's always worked.
So you grab their number and then you follow up with them when you're back in town. What's the step-by-step?
Yeah, absolutely. So you grab their information. I usually ask them to connect me with their particular contacts. And then you want to kind of get in front of the decision maker as soon as possible, because the least amount of people you have to go through, the better, obviously, So I always say, will you please connect me with whoever it may be, and I would love just to have a conversation with them. And I try to keep it very light at the beginning, and then get to know their goals and what they want to do, and hopefully that leads to landing the deal.
And then you continue to stay in touch with them? Like, what's
So I do pride myself off of being really good at staying in touch with a lot of my clients and also my friends and my family. I mean, in society today, we have our phones on us 24/7, or at least most people do. Unfortunately. So it's really not that hard to take time out of your day to reach out to people that A, you care about, B, that you miss, people that you that have special occasions. I really love calling more so, but if I have to text happy birthday to a client or, happy anniversary, those little small things I do for myself, honestly. I don't do it to be, I hope they remember that. And I hope that because I did that, they'll work with me. I do that because I actually care about them.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And I want them to know that I care about them. And however they take that is how they take it,
Yeah.
And I feel like that to me it fulfills me to stay on top of my wonderful curated friendships, clients, and family relationships that I have.
I like to do that too. Instead of just posting on their wall on Facebook, happy birthday.
I don't even do that.
Text them.
Yeah.
So personal question would be, so do you then just assume that they remember that you're in real estate, or do you follow up with when they say, oh, thank you for the birthday wish, blah, 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 great to hear from you, or whatever? Do you say something else, or you just leave it?
No, so I leave it right there, because you don't want to mix a compliment or a happy birthday or congratulations with, oh, and by the way, I have a new listing out. I find that to be a little, I don't think that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
I think that what you do then is you keep them on top of mind and always send them a new market update, maybe 2 weeks later. Just so, because staying top of mind for your clients is, I think, the biggest challenge realtors have until you become like an Aaron Kerman, where it's like everyone knows who you are. There's an unlimited option of realtors in LA to choose from. Not all great ones, but there's a lot of great ones too, you know? And so to stay on top of mind of people is really important. And for me, it's a lot of outreach, phone call, text messaging, and yeah. I would say 75% of my business comes from like referrals and my personal sphere of influence.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's like so cool. And you're like always out and about. You have like many different like groups of people that you're friends with. It's not just like one big group.
That's very true. Yes.
Yeah. And I wanted to just make a mention to this before, like with your dad and your mom, and you're like, it just sounds as if like you just are just so humbled by like just your whole experience, that when you're meeting people, you don't make it about yourself, because you're like, I already know about myself. So why am I going to go in there and talk about myself? Like, why don't I go in there and like find out who they are? Like, I already know who I am.
I get excited to find out who people are. Like, ever since I was young, my sister would actually like make fun of me, because she'd always be like, you always talk to some of the like weird kids at school, or like whatever, you know. She was popular in school. I wasn't until I got older.
Oh my
God.
God.
You know, I really liked different types of people. Like, I loved getting to know, you could be awkward, but I would want to get to know you. You know what I mean? I want to know who you are as a person. And it kind of carried on to my life, or my adult life, where like I love getting to know all types of people. And I hope that people take that well, and they end up liking me as well, and wanting to in turn maybe down the line work with me in a professional manner.
Yeah, I think that's great. And so you're with Christie's,
Yes.
and we know Aaron Kerman personally, but it's like one of the biggest firms, and you just closed a $12 million home.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
That's
much.
amazing.
Thank you.
That's huge.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Like, that's awesome. How did you get that client? Like, what did that look like? Was it like so many people up to meeting that person? Was it just like a random
So I got that
person you
client because it was it was actually a referral deal that I had. Again, kind of going back to like a lot of my business coming from referrals. It was a referral, and it was from another agent in Chicago, actually. And I got several deals before that. It's kind of a family portfolio that we work with. And that's why I really love having those relationships, because you get in good with a great family too. And then you get the moms and the brothers and the sisters and the this and the that, you know?
But it's like you just stay in touch with them during like holiday and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Went
awesome.
to the mom's like 70th birthday party. I love celebrating my clients and the people that I care about too, you know?
Yeah. So I like told you I'd eat this builder, and they were building a house in the Huntington, in Palisades.
Yeah.
And the house was 4 months from completion. It was like the family's like dream home.
Yeah.
And it burns in the fires. And they don't know if they're going to rebuild but they just bought a 7-acre home in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a really like happening place. Like, people love, like, my brother moves out of New York after 20 years to move to Tennessee outside of Nashville. Like, it's like, and they love it. Like, it's like him and his wife have been like, this is one of the best decisions we've ever made. Like, it's beautiful.
Honestly, I don't blame them. Nashville is one of the most fun, like, exciting, affordable, and just full of life cities, I think, right now. I think it's the #1 city, in my opinion, in the U.S. right now. 100% hands down.
Wait, for what? For home, fun? What?
For everything. For good life, affordable living.
Sell me on it.
Yeah, a great life, affordable living, like great restaurants, great things to do, outdoors. So if you like going to lakes, people think that it's landlocked, which it is, but you have beautiful lakes like an hour away, and the outdoors there. I mean, the hiking and the all the outdoor activities you can do, the bike riding and the running around beautiful monuments, and just seeing the outdoors in Nashville is gorgeous.
Tell me about Nashville.
So,
tell me something.
My family lived in Nashville for 10 years, from 2010 to 2020. My dad's corporate office was located in Nashville. Back then, I didn't know anything about it. And I really, visiting him and going out and seeing the city go from being a nice city to then like 35 cranes downtown, just like exploding new development, was really wild. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before in my life as far as within the US of a growth that big. And so I just slowly but surely started to fall in love with Nashville. And I do have an announcement for you.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Please.
So starting January 2026, I'm going to be expanding my business to Nashville, Tennessee.
That's
so
amazing.
I will be working both Los Angeles and Nashville. I'll have a team in LA and a team in Nashville. And I'm really excited about that because when I was thinking this year, what does my next chapter look like? How am I going to grow as an individual and as a business? I thought that, you know what, like to expand to a new market would be challenging, would be exciting, and a lot of work. And I couldn't think of a better place to do it than Nashville.
I like love the thinking outside the box.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like there's so many different things that you can do within real estate.
Yeah.
Like I have a podcast. It's like you're building another business in Nashville.
Yeah.
And you have a business also in Palm Springs. You have a lot of business that you do in Palm Springs.
I have clients in Palm Springs. I don't do as much business as I'd like in Palm Springs, but I have done some before. Mainly it's all going to be Los Angeles and Nashville, Tennessee. So
I think that's cool. I feel like I can like see it, like where people like do like their marketing and they do like golden homes.
Golden hour homes, yeah.
Golden hour homes. And then it's sort of like Adam Ouf. And then it's like Los Angeles and then a little line that people do. And
like we'll do like a
Nashville.
slash like that.
I think it's pretty. I
Yeah.
think it's great. And how exciting. Wait, so I don't even need to ask you because you probably already know people there. You already have connections to people there.
That's very true. Yes. I have been lucky to meet some amazing friends that live in Nashville. And I'm so excited to be able to move there with a great kind of core group and be able to go back and forth. I mean, LA is going to be my main market. And as I grow Nashville, I hope that one day they will be 50-50.
Do they have a state income tax there?
They have no state income tax.
They don't. They have. Oh,
Yeah.
Smart.
So,
I love that.
yeah. Which obviously is a plus.
It is a plus.
But it's not the main reason why I'm deciding to go
Yeah.
to Nashville.
Yeah.
I think Nashville, like they just announced, I think 2 days ago, a Nobu's coming to Nashville, which is a really big deal for them. They're opening potentially an Air One in Nashville now.
I saw that.
And so like all these like big name businesses are recognizing the popularity and the power of Nashville, really. The country music there, if you like country music, it's incredible.
I like all types of music.
Yeah, all types of music there, but obviously it's country music too.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited to start that next chapter and journey.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do you read?
Yeah, I read books.
I heard that somebody mentioned the other day, I was listening to a podcast. I don't remember who was being interviewed, but I heard that Nobu's book is so good.
I haven't read Nobu's book yet.
I heard that he came from very humble beginnings and he failed multiple times. He didn't get his own success till like much later in his life. But someone mentioned it the other day, and you just mentioned it. Maybe it's like a sign that I like have to read this person's book.
I think I'm gonna. I think I'd like to read it. That sounds
I hear
great.
it's real. I don't even know the name of it without checking, but I'll have to text it to you.
And honestly, going and expanding my business to Nashville, it could be great. I don't want to put any bad energy out there, but you know, there's a chance that I could be like, hey, you know what? I love this city, but it's not working for me business-wise. And that's okay. And then I can just try something different. But I'm trying to grow as a person. I'm trying to grow as a professional. And you have to love what you do and where you work. And because I love it so much, I feel like that's the right move for me.
I would much rather try something and really try it. Like, you know, put some effort into it. You know, not like an hour or like a week. You know, I'd rather try it and be like, okay, this is for me, but like or be like, oh no, like I'd rather try to say I did it than not regret it, but have that moment of like, I wish I actually did that. Like I wish I actually, whatever it is. I mean, I don't have a ton of those because everything that I've ever been like, I'm gonna go do that. Like it's like a
Well, look at your podcast. Your podcast is so dope. And it's so
Christian.
cool. And everyone who I know that's been on this podcast loves it. So this is something
Don't
you
forget
tried.
to like and subscribe.
Yes, you got to like and subscribe. Everyone
Thank
who's been on
you.
it has absolutely raved about it.
I
So
know. Thank
that's
you.
why I've been so
I'm grateful.
thankful that you invited me to come on.
I'm grateful. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to ask, I love to ask all my guests 3 questions before they leave me. What is a non-negotiable in your morning routine that sets you up for the day?
I go outside on my balcony and I do probably like a 5-minute affirmation to myself about how I want the day to go and how I want to set the tone of my day. That's the first thing I do.
I love that.
Yeah.
What is a piece of advice or suggestion that you can give someone, whether it's with their business or their relationship, or maybe just working with customers?
Go outside your comfort zone, always. It took me a while to actually learn to do that. Even though we talked about confidence and whatnot, like I could be confident but still be uncomfortable, you know? So to this day, I have to go outside of my comfort zone and do things that help grow me as an individual and as a professional. So pick one small thing a day, or if you want to start with one thing a week, you can, that you've never done or you feel scared to do, and try to go outside your comfort zone and do something different. Mm-hmm. Try saying yes to things you normally say no to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And build relationships authentically.
I like that. What are 3 qualities about yourself peers would say about you?
I would say that peers say that most likely my friends will tell you that I'm very loyal. They'll tell you that I love to have a good time and that I will always be there for them if they need me.
I feel like I get a different response when I say that it's what peers see in other people.
Yeah.
Because if I ask like, oh, what are 3 things about myself that I know about me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm this. It takes that away.
You know,
it takes it out of like, oh, well, I'm this and I'm very good at this and I'm very good at this. But if you look at from somebody from the outside sees something within you, it's different.
Yeah. When you asked me that question, and I'm just going to be honest since we're on our podcast, like I don't even have the confidence to tell you something that I think my friends would say about me because that's just not me. So that just proves to you right there. It's like, you know, like I'm not the most confident person to be like, oh, they would say that I'm this, this, and this. I have a hard time answering that question. But I think the things I said, they would say.
It was great. I love it. Where can people find you, Adam? Plug yourself.
So you can find me on Instagram at Adam Ouf, ADAMOUF, and my business Instagram, which is Golden Hour Homes. And if you need to give me a call, you can get all of my information from my page.
If you're moving anywhere in the country, call Adam.
Anywhere in the country. Specifically LA and Nashville starting January 2026.
I love that. Like I totally been like, tell me 3 places I need to travel today. Tell me this place I need to go to. Adam, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank you.